So just a little bit about me. Come from South Africa originally. Grew up in a little gold mining town, Blyvoorheidsig, until we had a massive hole there and we had to leave when I was 9. Then grew up in Boksburg, which was a great place to be. And that's where I know many of my friends from. Moved to a place called Santon when I got married. Moved over to the UK in 1993. Love it over here. I bought a place in Spain about 20 years ago where I spent a lot of time. And 10 years ago, I also bought in Florida, where I absolutely love it. It's on a golf course. It's where I want to be all the time. It's where I want to be now. If I was there, I wouldn't be doing any work. I'd be lying at the pool with a cigar and a beer. So maybe it's good that I've got to get back to doing some work again. And I love LinkedIn. The challenge I found with LinkedIn, I don't know if anyone else is like me. I sort of hop in and out of it. Well, I used to. I'd go in and I'd say, well, I've got to use it. And I'd do a post and I'd get 20 people looking at the post. And then I'd say, well, LinkedIn doesn't work. Let me go back to YouTube, which does work for me. And then 3 weeks later, I go and do a post again. It doesn't work. Now I've got a whole strategy, which is incredible. It works really, really well. And I'm going to go through some of that stuff today. Just some future webinars coming over here. I've got my working from home webinar. That's a brilliant one where we cover a lot of stuff there. That one's going to be in about 2 weeks' time again. I've got my video and YouTube one coming up again. That's most probably the most popular one. Lots and lots of ideas there. Also next week, I've got my first one on blogging and article marketing. So there's some great ideas there because some people are visual. They want to see videos, but others still like to see the writing. So I do a lot of blogging. I do a lot of article writing as well. I wrote for one magazine for about 2 years. So I'm going to speak about that there. We've got our LinkedIn today. And then I'm putting a whole course together for financial advisors. If there are any financial advisors on here. So I've put a program together of about 400 videos for financial advisors. I'm going to launch that in 2 weeks' time. And the best place to launch it is with a free webinar because I'll track all of them. I can speak about the program and get them on board. So this is a great strategy for anyone watching is to do free webinars. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. Just do webinars and share your ideas with people. By the way, Jason spoke about this earlier on. 2 winners of the webinars. Again, we're going to have 2 winners today. And let's just stop the share there. How sad is this when I can sit around and make little things like this? Look at all the names there. Now, some of these are going to be on this afternoon. I don't know who's on this morning, who's on this afternoon. But I do know my little cowboy hat will have some prizes later on. So we'll have a Stetson, 2 prizes. By the way, Jason's got the 1 prize, and I'll just show you what that one consists of. Yeah. So that's a working from home webinar. It normally sells for $47, but here's the other thing. It also includes resources valued over $200. So it's about a $247 prize. But you have to stay to the end. If you leave before you snooze, you lose. So there we go. Okay, so if we get straight in to LinkedIn, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to optimize your LinkedIn. So I have a push-pull strategy. My push is where I'm pushing my LinkedIn out so I can attract people. My pull is where I go and find the people that I want to sell to, connect with them, and start doing business. So why optimize LinkedIn? Well, here's the main reason. And I'm going to just stop the share there. What I want anyone to do is, everybody, if you can just get out your iPhone, if you're not on it at the moment, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, I want you to do a search for sales technology speaker. Just do a search for sales technology speaker and see what you come up with. Right, I can't hear you.
Mine comes up with Brian Abbott.
No, you can't spell, man. You can't read either.
It's you all over the place.
So
yes, Frank Furness.
And again, so where are you? South Africa, Australia?
You dominate Google on that first page.
So everywhere in the world, I own that first page. And I mean, that's so cool. That's one of the strategies I use. And if we go over here, let's go hop over here. And the reason for that there is, again, I did a search for sales technology speaker. 2 reasons. The one I spoke about on my video. By the way, if you haven't been on the video webinar, you've got to come on that one. It's going to be in a week or 2. And I go into it in more detail. But that gets me onto the first page. But here's the second thing. Since LinkedIn was taken over by Microsoft about 2 years ago, they've now become the 3rd or 4th biggest search engine. And just take a look. It's going to be different on everybody's. But my #1 search over here is LinkedIn. So just by optimizing my LinkedIn profile, I'm coming up on the first page of Google. And let's take a look at some of the things that we've got to do to optimize the profile. So let's get rid of some of these things here. So #1 is over here. You've got to get a great background. And the background has got to describe what you do. So you can see somebody comes into it straight away. They see keynote speaker. The thing is, for me, make it easy for people to do business with you. The second thing is you've got to have a great photograph over here. You've got to have a really great photograph. It's first impressions. I mean, somebody wanted to connect with me the other day, and they had a picture of them holding their cat. I mean, it's the same as like you go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting, you don't go in holding your cat. The first impression will not be great. So get the best photograph you can, professional, and just depicting what you do. And here's the third thing over here. There's all of my contact details. So now I make it really easy for people to come in and they can just phone me in the UK, the US, there's my mail, there's my web address. So make it easy for people to do business with you. The challenge most people say to me is, oh, I don't know how to make that header. Where do we start? Well, the best free resource in the world is something called Canva. Now, I don't know if anyone else uses Canva. I love Canva. I mean, if we just look at all of my PowerPoint shows here, all of this was put together using Canva. And every one of my PowerPoints I use now, I just go to Canva and I put it together there because Canva is just such a great resource. And yeah, you can see all of the stuff I've done. I've got hundreds of pictures on Canva here. If I want to put in any picture for a presentation. So yeah, you can see my header. There it is. There's the header I made on Canva. So just came in, pulled in a photograph, just did some typing. You can see there's the typing over there. Move over to the left, put in all of your details. And just a little secret over here is you've got to play around with the height of that. The reason why is if you go here, can you see they'll put in a circle, a picture of you. So if you put that writing too low, it's going to be hidden by that picture. So you've got to make it sort of in the top half of the picture, put all of your details there. The other thing, it's really easy to do because you can just go and search for, if I go to templates here, I can click on templates and let me put in LinkedIn banner. There are LinkedIn banners. Now it'll bring up a whole lot of banners. So that one looks pretty cool. Let's say I was a financial advisor. All I could do is I could click onto that one. That picture looks great. That says I'm in financial services. And I can just go in and I can change that now. So there we go. And I would just click into that. I would change that to London. It's got the nice little telephone. Put in my number over there. Put in your website address and put in your email or phone number. And it's that easy to do. Once you've got it, you just click the download button here. You hit download, save it as a PNG, and that one's a paid one, but most of them are free. Some of these you'll pay for, you'll pay maybe a couple of dollars for them, and some of the great ones I do pay for. They've got a beautiful one of a rocket taking off. I think I paid $5 for that, but that starts off a whole lot of my videos. So Canva is a great place to go and get your header sorted out. So we go back in here again. Now, the second thing I want you to think about is keywords. You saw there that I'm #1 in the world for sales technology speaker. That's a deliberate move. And you've got to think about how you want to be found. So if I was let's say a Vistage, I ran 3 Vistage groups like John does over there, I'd think about how I want to be found. And it might be CEO coach or CEO mentor. So play around with a lot of keywords. And in the keywords, there's some ideas over there. Think about the services you provide. Think about the skills. What are your best skill sets over there? What industries do you look after? And what are your specialisms? So once you go through those, you play around with the keywords and you come up with the things on how you want to be found. Also, when you get your keywords, and again, we've got 2 of the world's best search engine optimizers on this as well. They're Herb and Sue Kelly, South Africans living in Brisbane. If anyone ever needs any SEO, I don't know if they still do it, but they were the best I've ever known. But if you also want to check out your keywords to see if people are actually looking for them, just go to a place called Google Keyword Finder. And there's quite a few places you can go. There we go. Google, find the right keywords. Go to Keyword Planner. That's what it's called. Go to Google Keyword Planner. Put in the keywords, and normally it's going to be a long phrase. And it'll tell you how many times people have looked for that there. How many times people have looked for it, how much competition there is. There's another one called Word Tracker. There's quite a few things, places you can go. But just go and check out those keywords. Here again. So now we've got our keywords. Think about when people do searches over here. Those keywords now go into every one of my videos. They go into all of my LinkedIn posts. They go everywhere, basically. I'm going to find one phrase, sales technology speaker, that is going to go everywhere. So when I was working with this financial services group in Dubai yesterday, I said, what if I'm somebody who's got a lot of money, I need a financial advisor. I'm going to type in, I'm going to go to LinkedIn, I'm going to put in wealth managers and see who comes up here. And there's somebody there, Alan Smith. I actually know Alan. I worked with him in Japan. And if I have a look at that over there, so he's got a great background. That's what he does. He's in London now. But if I look at, remember, I look for him under wealth manager. Look at all of the places where he has wealth manager. Can you see Alan Smith, wealth manager, CEO? If we go down to his description again over here, wealth manager. If we go down to his about section, he's got wealth manager. So that one phrase is sprayed everywhere in his LinkedIn profile. Just think about Google scraping and LinkedIn scraping. If they're finding that all the time, you're going to come up. I mean, just a simple thing over there, put in CEO mentor, Brisbane, or CEO coach, and see who comes up, because whoever comes up is going to be your competition, and they might get the business from you. So we've got to get that banner and the photo right. And there we go, Canva. So let's go back here again. If we go back into this here. So there we've got the banner, we've got the picture. Now this over here, if you've got a title, CEO or president or vice president, don't put it down here. That is prime real estate down there. What you want to do is you want to put it here where your name is, and the way you fool LinkedIn is just hit your little pen mark there. And my first name is Frank Furness Dash. My last name is Sales and Marketing Speaker. So that's where you're going to put in your title. You saw that with Alan. Alan Smith did that there, wealth manager. He's got it there. He's not wasting any space anywhere else. So get your title there. The second thing you've got to think about is those keywords. Now, I've got 4 different key phrases over here. So sales and marketing speaker. Then I've got a space and that little thing called a pipe. Basically, that's saying to Google, there's one phrase, there's a second phrase, there's a third phrase, there's a fourth phrase. And those 4 phrases I use right throughout my profile. So the first thing you've got to do is get those phrases, put them over there. And you've got to start contributing to LinkedIn as well. It's no good just optimizing your profile and hoping business is going to come your way. It's not. You've got to be very, very active on it. Let's go out of that there. Let's just discard that there. So we've got to get that profile right. And over here again, the banner size, I played around with this for ages, and that's what I found to be the perfect size. So when you go into Canva, just put in those measurements, 1400 by 350, because the one I had before was sort of cutting my head off or cutting some of the writing out, and that's just really frustrating. If you get everything into that size, it works perfectly. And again, this is the biggest mistake I find everywhere. I come in and people don't have a banner up there and the photograph is not great. So get a great photograph, make sure it fits in. Everything is about those first impressions. The second biggest mistake I find with people is there's no contact info. So let's go back here again. Make it easy. We see over there, but then also you want to put in your contact info. So people are going to come in, they're going to look for your contact info. They'll go in, they'll find all of that. And the way you do your contact info over here is just go into the edit your public profile over here. A couple of things while I'm here. The first thing is edit your custom URL. Otherwise, it comes up with some weird thing. It'll be like Brian Abbott 486495 or something over there. So just go in there. I just call mine by my name. I could call it Sales Technology Speaker, but it's too long. So I just keep it there because people will be looking for me under Frank Furness, under LinkedIn. So just go and change that straight away. Sometimes you might not be able to get it. Somebody else will have it. But go and take a look at that there. And go in, also edit your contents over here. I'm going to come to that section now. But here on the right-hand side, your visibility. So many people as well, I go in, I look at it, and I can't see any of the posts. And the reason why is because they've got it switched off here, and they don't even know it's switched off. So over there, name, number of connections, public, I switch everything on here. Why switch things off? If you're going to be on LinkedIn, you want to go out there. It's like me going to a chamber of commerce and saying, I'm only going to speak to people with brown jackets. It's crazy. I'm going to speak to everybody. So just go in and just make sure that's just a small basic little thing over there. Just make sure that's working. Again, I went into this guy's here, and this guy, he's a financial advisor. And let's say I liked his profile. I wanted to get hold of him. I wanted a phone number. Well, there's no phone number and there's no email address. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to go next, move on to someone else. So those are all of the things that you want over there. Make sure, put in all of your websites. I've got all of my websites, my blog, my YouTube channel over there. Phone number, make it easy for people to phone you. I've put in my US phone number there as well, email, and then some connections to my Twitter. So make it easy. That's the first thing, is make it easy for people to do business with you on LinkedIn. Also, at the end of each section, put in some media or photos or video. Again, most profiles are really, really boring. So if you go in at the end of each section of mine, you're going to see some photos, you're going to see videos, you're going to see all kinds of stuff. At the end of each one, just go in and put in a video, whatever it's going to be. I'm going to come to that now. And so there you can see, I've put in something, there's a picture. I've put in something, another picture. I'm a keynote speaker, so that's what I want to depict, is me speaking. As I go into each of these sections, there's always going to be either pictures or videos that you're going to be putting in there. Just go in, edit it, and you can upload. You can see their media, upload, or put in a link. So that's where you upload your pictures. And again, like if I was Butch, I'd be putting in there a range of some of the maybe suits, shoes, all of those kinds of things. Demonstrate your expertise or what you've got in your business. Right, let's go to that next one. By the way, any questions yet? I'm just going to stop the share there. Any questions? Are you going to be doing a webinar on Boolean searching? Yeah, I'm going to do one on advanced search in the future because Boolean is so important Let's go there.
Frank, just a quick one.
Yeah.
Where do you get the pipe that separates the key phrases?
Okay, great one, Richard. Mine is just above my Windows key on my keyboard. So it's going to be different on everyone's keyboards. Has anyone else got it in a different place?
On a Mac keyboard, it is right next to the return button.
So have you found that, Richard?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, guys. I got that. Thank you.
Great.
And can I ask a quick question on the subject of adding media on your profile?
Yes.
You had two options there. The one was upload and the other one was add a link.
Yes.
If you use the add a link, for example, let's say I'm going to put a link of a YouTube video. Does it take you away from your profile to YouTube?
No, it'll put in the video there. But,
okay.
But just be careful. I mean, just on YouTube video, I was looking at a business yesterday and they had exactly that. And I watched the video and it came to the end of it and it started advertising their competition right at the end of the video. So, I mean, this is the thing, getting back to videos again, if you haven't been on my video one, at the end of every one of your videos, there's a little thing that says add a card. And on that card, it says click here to watch the next video, and you click in and you connect it to one of your other videos. So I've started a whole channel now on single malt tasting. And as I get to the end, I'll say to them, go here, because what I want to do before the end of that video is I want them to go and watch one of my other videos. But another little trick I do, Jason, is at the end of each video, I end about 15 seconds of just black space. So people will click out of it before Google starts putting on their ads in my competition there. So be careful if you've got a business, if you've got a website even, and you've got those embedded YouTube videos. Right, let's go back here again. So add those videos. As we've said there, edit your URL. We've looked at that there. And here's a big one. Tell your story. Now, this is really interesting for me because quite a few years ago, I went to Pinewood Studios. That's where they do all the Harry Potter, the James Bond movies. And I went on a TV presenters course. And it was fantastic. And I've made over 1,000 videos already. And I thought I was pretty good at these videos. There's 6 of us on the course. So I'm standing up in front of the cameras and I thought, I'm going to show you guys what it's all about. Today, I'm going to show you 6 ways to close a video, close a sale. And they ripped me apart. I wanted to start crying. I felt so bad. I was doing everything wrong. Biggest thing I picked up over there, on any social media, you are talking to one person. One person is watching that video. One person is reading that profile. Don't write it in the third person. So this is where you've got to share your story. People love stories. And if we come over here again, let's just go back here. So if we go to the about section, you see the about. It's like I met somebody in a coffee bar or a pub and I'm talking to them. Thanks for viewing my profile. After a successful career, I presented in 58 countries and I'm just chatting to them over there. So don't write it. If it looks like a CV, you know, Kay has worked at this place for 15 years. People don't connect with that. This is all about connection. The next thing over here below are some of my specialities. These are keywords. So here's all of the keywords and phrases. So this is for anyone that potentially wants to book me, but also for Google and LinkedIn to pick up on their searches. I then go into specialities. And here's a big one as well. Why meeting planners book Frank? So yeah, I give them reasons why they should do business with me. So again, if I was Butch, why people use our shop. We've been around for 35 years. We've got the latest stock, you know. We know our customers. Put in there the reasons why people would do business with you. Now let's go into prospecting. And as somebody said over there, are we going to do one on Boolean searches? Absolutely, we're going to do one soon. But again, if you've just on the free version of LinkedIn, they've taken away the advanced search. And when you try and do a proper search, you don't come up with anything really good. So this is something I've shared in some of my other webinars. I'm going to share it again because some of you might not have been on those. Is I use a great little thing over here called recruitum.net. So this is my favorite. This is where I can do advanced LinkedIn searches without having to pay a fortune. Recruitum.net. And that's RECRUITIN.net. I don't know why they have a different spelling there. Recruitum.net. So let's say I've got my new course that I want to present to financial advisors. And I'm going to start by saying I want to sell it to, I have a lot of clients in the United Arab Emirates. Who do I want to see? Financial advisors or financial consultants. I want them to be in Dubai and I want them to be dealing in the expat market. So this is LinkedIn's equivalent of a Boolean search. I just click find the right people, open up in Google, and there it goes. Now I can start going and I could check out these people. So let me do Alan Hickman there. And I'll say, do I want to deal with this person? Okay, so that's looking pretty cool. But here's something else. Let's just get rid of that there. Here's something else I've got. There's lots of little add-ons you can get. And this is the, I use LinkedIn Helper. And I think this is LinkedIn Helper over here. But it's going to show me who else is over there. So that's going to make it just so easy for me. So I'm looking for other people. Well, I'm going to add Christopher Giffen. I'm going to do a personalized message, send the invitation. And so I can go and find all of the other people there. Just whoever I come to, it's going to put up people also viewed. There it is, Alan Hickman. There we go. With my other searches as well, this is another little tool that I use over here. That's it over there. You can see it there. And that is called, let's just see what that's called. I think it's called Taper Monkey, TAPERMONKEY. And what that does is, as I do a search here for somebody, if they've put in their email details, I can click onto that and it'll pull up their email details. Or I can just go and click all of these here and connect with all of those. I don't recommend doing that because I like to do personal messages to each of these. But those are just two cool little tools that I use there. So that's a little bit on search. Wow, we've covered a half an hour already. Recruiting. Oh, that's what it's called, Lead Gibbon. So write that down, L-E-A-D Gibbon. And that's just an add-on to Chrome. Lead Gibbon. And there you can see it'll pull up all those. There's so many great Chrome extensions. Now also personalize your messages. If I'm going to be connecting with anyone, I'm always going to personalize the messages. So if someone wants to connect with you, and again, on my LinkedIn course, there's a whole lot of different messages. Now all the stuff I'm showing you is not my own. I bought every course under the sun over there. I've read every book, and all I'm doing is share what the experts are telling us to use. So someone wants to connect with me. Hi, Pete. 3 dots. That means there's more to come. Yes, I'm very happy to connect. Thank you. Please let me know if I can connect you to anyone else in my network. Can I ask what prompted you to connect? Now, this is going to start a conversation, and that's exactly what you want. Once they'll say is, oh, I came into your shop, or I see you've moved premises, or I see you're a financial advisor. Once you start speaking to somebody, that's where all of the business can start. Thanks in advance. 3 dots, Frank. So there's a lot of different searches. And the other thing is, please follow up on your profile views. So if we go into mine every morning, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to see who's looked at my profile. So let's just go in here. So 925 people have viewed my profile. Get rid of that guy. And I can see over there, somebody there. So there's manual, reliability, electronics. So let's say I wanted to say thanks to him for looking. Oh, I've already done it. I want to find somebody here. I do it every morning. I want to find someone that I haven't connected with. Okay, so there's somebody that has had a look at my profile. What I do over here, you've got to be human. So I send them what I call a video squeeze page. And I believe in systems. I have so many systems here. So there's one of the things over there. All I do is I copy and paste it. What it says is, P.S., if you're up for it, I've recorded a short 43-second. Tell them how long short is. For some people, 7 minutes is short. So 43 seconds welcome video for new LinkedIn connections that talks about how we can get the most from connecting. You can watch it here. All I do every morning is I go copy. I go in there and I write, hi, Ahmed, and paste. And then people are very visual. So I add a little picture into that as well. I'm going to go and find a little video picture that says, watch this. And let's just find it here on the desktop. And there we go. Watch the welcome video. And I hit send. So that's going to take me 4 to 5 seconds. Now he comes into it and he sees this message from me. What he's going to do, he's going to hit that there. And that's going to take him into my video squeeze page. Now I'm going to be talking to him. There's a video there. Hey, this is Frank, and thanks so much for taking a look at my profile. Hopefully there's some way that we can connect or stay in touch or that we can help each other. Please remember, if there's anything you need from me. So now I'm speaking to him as if I would meet him at a meeting somewhere. But at the end over here, I'm going to give them something for free. So watch this here. Please enjoy that. Now, again, depending on the business you're in, if you're an accountant, I'd give them 5 ways to save tax. If I'm a speaker on a certain specialist topic, I'll be giving them stuff. If I had a clothing shop, I might have a PDF download of the latest range of clothes. And they go, click here to register. Takes them in. I've now got their email address, and I've actually added something there that says, you have permission to mail me. Now I've got a relationship with this person, and I've given them something for free. So we've got to bring our LinkedIn, we've got to bring it alive. We've got to make it happen for us. The second thing I want to talk about is a posting strategy. So you've got to have a strategy and a reason for being on LinkedIn. So there's quite a few of us in our group here. We've got a group of 20 people. Every one of us have to post by 8 o'clock every morning. And by 9:30, we have to comment on everyone else's posts. So that's one good reason for posting. But I post for a reason, because every post is driving people in a different direction. So what I try and do is I get them onto webinars, maybe try and upsell something, or try and connect with people. So if I think about my webinars now, next week I've got one on blogging and article marketing. So every post for the rest this week is going to be tips on article marketing. And at the end of it, it's going to say, click here. So let's just go in here. I'll show you what I mean. So I'll take you into today's post. So today's post is still for some video. Let's go back to LinkedIn. Yeah. You can see I posted this morning. And again, we don't have time today, but there's a lot of advanced stuff that you can be doing. So you can see there, I posted this morning, I've already had 617 views. In the old days, I didn't have that many in a week. In our group, I get up to 10,000 views. One of the guys in ours has had up to 80,000 views. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is I try and capture their attention over there, either with a photograph or a GIF. And a great place for you to get GIFs is a place called Giphy, G-I-P-H-Y. That's it over there. And you can go in there and you can find some great GIFs. Just download it and you upload it. But that's going to capture someone's attention. You've seen that straight away. And so I want to get someone to my video seminar. So here I'm giving them some ideas on video. I'm giving them good stuff. And then at the end there, I say, join our free video marketing webinar on the 12th. All of the details in your first post. And the reason for that is you don't want people, don't put in something that's going to take someone out of LinkedIn, because they don't like that. They're not going to promote your post. So I'm saying go to the first post. People come down to the first comment. They'll come down to the first comment, join our free YouTube, and that's where they can click into it and they can go and they can register. So that's my strategy, is I drive people to do something. I don't write a post just for the sake of writing a post. For me, that's pretty pointless. So I'm always driving them in some kind of direction. And then over here, that's my blogging seminar next week. So I've been driving people to that page. And by the way, this is a great piece of software, Kajabi. This is where I do all of my landing pages. So I've got 47 people that have opted in for that webinar next week. The rest of this week, I'm going to be putting out posts. I want to get that up to about 100 or 200. So there's got to be a reason for all of your posting. So let's get back in here again. We've done all of that there. Okay, don't forget to stay on to the end to get the webinar winners there.
Frank,
yes.
May I ask a question quickly again? Sorry.
Yeah, let's stop out of here. Any questions? Sure.
Okay. What I want to know is, when you want to put something on LinkedIn, it gives you an option of doing an article or a post.
Yes.
Which one is better to promote traction for yourself, or what's the actual difference between them?
Okay, difference. Article is permanent. It stays there. It gets less views. I do both. So once a week, I post an article. I'll be speaking about that next week, what goes into the article. Every day I put in a post. The problem with a post, it's like Facebook. It goes through the feed. So anybody that's watching that morning will go and see that post or come back later on if they're following me. I've got nearly 30,000, which is the maximum you can have following you on LinkedIn. So also on my posting strategy is I put another post. I put one on at 5 in the morning, because that's going to hit all of my audience in Asia, Australia. But then I have another huge audience in the Middle East and places like that. So and America. So 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening, I add one of the other posts, and that's the post that I might have put on last week. I'm putting it on now at 6 o'clock, and that's going to hit my other audience in America. By the way, on posts as well, I can never wake up in the morning and write a post. It will take me hours to do. So again, everything is about systems and preparation. So let me go into sharing here again. Go out of this here. And what you will see over here, I have every Saturday, I write out all of my posts for the week. Once I've posted it at 8 o'clock in the morning, it goes on yellow. Once I've posted it at 8 in the morning or 5 in the morning and 5 the next evening, it goes on to green. So you'll see yellow and green posts. The ones that haven't got any color on, and they're purple now, is where I'm reposting again a few days later. So everything I'm doing has a strategy. So I hope that answers what you're looking at there, Jason. So difference between articles and posts. And you can also put up PDFs now, by the way. The other thing with your posts as well, always have hashtags and never have more than 3 hashtags. LinkedIn doesn't like more than 3 hashtags. And I just want to go here. By the way, geez, we've gone through a lot of stuff here. I think it's time for a bit of fun. I want to have a bit of fun with everybody now. So what I want you to do, this is a personality quiz. They spent millions on this. And for no reason whatsoever, I want you to choose one. What do you think represents your personality? Are you a square? Are you a triangle? Are you a circle or a squiggler? And then I'm going to tell you what it means. So into the box over here, the chat box, just please put in there what you are. Are you a square, a circle? Let's have a look at them again. Are you a square, a triangle, a circle, or a squiggler? And then I'm going to show you what the research says. So please put that into the chat boxes there. I'll just have a look at while you're doing that there. Oh, a lot of triangles there. Another question, difference between personal and company profile. Not enough time for us to do that. That's in my course. But also,
sorry, Frank, I've just lost what you're talking about there, about squiggles and squares and triangles.
Okay, I want you to choose one there, Leah. What represents your personality? Are you a square, triangle,
great.
circle, or a squiggler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's just have a look here. We've got a lot of triangles over here. A few squigglers. Okay, so they spent fortunes. And this is what they discovered. Just hands up anyone who's a square. Anyone, just put your hands up. Any squares here? Okay. Okay, these people are normally the CEOs, very directed. Let's get things done. You know, just very, let's get it there. Any triangles? Triangles? Okay, triangles. Okay, yeah, we've got 2 participants raise their hand. That's great. Yeah, raise your hand over there. So these people focused, but also pretty analytical, facts and figures. Circles. Any circles? Just raise your hand.
Yeah,
circles.
kind of.
Okay. These are your sweet and lovely people. Let's all dance and play together. Oh, everybody loves you. Squigglers, can you put up your hands, please? Squigglers.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Research shows these people are motivated 24 hours a day by drinking, partying, debauchery. So we've got that right, haven't we? Yeah, yeah. We know who you are. But we actually know there are 4 different personality styles. You've got your drivers, bottom liners, let's get things done, pretty ruthless. I love dealing with these people, selling to them because you can be direct. Just say to them what I need to do to get the sale, and they'll tell you. That's me. I'm expressive. You can see the cigar over there. You know you're an expressive if your desk looks like a bomb has gone off on it. So expressives do not like detail. Expressives are people kind of people. They're out there. They're loud. They're outgoing, big egos. Your amiables are just your warm, loving people. They will get to know you before they're going to do any business with you. And then, of course, you've got your analyticals. These people want to know everything about everything before they're going to do business with you. And we know we've been on all of the social styles courses, but what if you could apply this to LinkedIn and from somebody's profile, see what they are? Well, there's some great software out there called Crystal Knows. Crystal Knows. And this is just absolutely awesome software because, again, it depends how much a person puts in to their profile. But this, I love this software. If we just go into it, that's it there, Crystal Knows. And it'll pull up a little sidebar and it'll tell you about that person. So if we click out of that there, let's just go back here to Crystal Knows. There it is there. So there, that tells you about my personality. So the first thing it'll do, it'll see what you are, and then whoever you want to connect with, it'll tell you about them and how you've got to change to connect with them, right down to the email and everything else. Over there, some visionary, adventurous, spontaneous, adventurous. So that tells me all about my personality. But the interesting thing is, and you can see it takes in DISC at 16 personalities, takes in a whole lot of different things. But whoever I'm going to connect with, it'll say, this is what you've got to put into the email. This is how you're going to do business with them. It's just phenomenal, phenomenal software. So please take a look at that. Right, we've got about 10 minutes to go. So before we shoot into the ending there, any questions at this stage? Just put into the box there, any questions that we've got? Okay, there's an amazing strategy. Yeah, you've got to have a strategy. You've got to have reasons for using it. Okay, any other questions? Just put those in or just raise, just open up and ask. Okay, good question. Yeah, do you have LinkedIn Premium? Great question. I don't have Premium because they want $80 a month for that. And I can do the same kind of things as Premium using Recruiting. But what I do have is I have the basic Recruiting, which is about £20 a month. And that allows me to do, I think, 15 emails. But more importantly, it allows me to see everybody that is looking at my profile. If you're just on the free version, you can only see 5 people that have viewed your profile, and you're losing out on potential huge amounts of business. So I would say to everybody, just get the most basic one, which is the Recruiting one, £20 a month. So great question there. Do I use Bitly? Yeah, I love Bitly. Yeah, any other questions? I'm just going to look for something else here. By the way, something I share this on one of my other webinars, but I think I'll show you as well today. The way I use Bitly. Does anyone else use a thing called GetShift.com? Please go and take a look at this. Most probably the best software. As you can see, I'm having to go between things. I'm going to have to go, if I want to go and watch one email and then go to my Gmail address and then I want to go to something else here. This has got everything on one screen. I think it cost me about $100 a year, but I can go in, it's signing in now, but I can click there. So it's loading my Gmail. So if I want to look at my Gmail, all I do is I'll click on that. I can check out, I've closed it. So it's just signing me in still. But if I want to go on to Twitter, I can just click onto the left here. It'll take me into my Twitter account. You can see there, I can tweet. I want to go into Facebook. I want to see what's happening on Facebook. I click onto the left there, takes me into Facebook. I can see what's happening on Facebook. I want to go onto LinkedIn. So there's no more hopping between screens and doing all kinds of stuff. This does everything for me. I've got everything on the one screen over here. I've got my Instagram account. I've got my Amazon. Somebody just asked me about Bitly. I want to do a shortener. I'll just go straight into Bitly. Yeah, I'll just connect up again. I want to go and do something on Canva. I just click on Canva. This most probably is my best $100 a year that I spend over here. And again, you can see I go into, there's my Outlook. I want to go into my Gmail. That's it over there. And I just click on the left to go into any of these accounts. So please, again, that's just a little aside, but a great thing to use. Right, any more questions? And then we'll just go in. We've got to have some prize winners today.
Frank?
Yeah.
Did you say that last site was called Bitly, B-I-T-L-Y?
bit.ly, yes.
Okay. And what's the privacy situation with that if that site accesses all of your other socials?
Well, all I'm doing, all that does is shortens long links. That's all that.
Okay, so what's in it for them?
Well, they try to get you up to the paid version. So you're with me.
Okay.
In the free version, they'll give you X amount. The same as Crystal knows will give you 10, and then you've got to pay for it.
Okay, sure. Cheers.
Great. Okay, Bitly free. Yes. So, okay. So let's go back in here again into the last stretch over here. So. I want to speak now about my LinkedIn course, because I've actually got a whole course on LinkedIn over here. And remember, if you hop out now, you're going to lose the prize that Jason's got. So this course I put together, this has got 30 videos. It's got one webinar. And most importantly, it's got a lot of those scripts, all of the scripts that I use when I connect with people. Normally I do the thing, it's normally 97, you get 50% off. I thought today I'd just cut to the bit, just £47 for the whole course. But on top of that, so you're getting it at half price. On top of that, I'm going to throw in the other course as well. So for the first 10 people who buy LinkedIn for Business, you can see at the bottom there, LinkedInmarketingforbusiness.com. That's where you LinkedIn marketing. The first 10 people are also going to get the working from home webinar that I showed you earlier on. That's what Jason won. Jason, do you just want to tell the people again, how cool was that course that you won?
How's it, Frank? How's it, everybody? Yeah, so I won it. I won that course, and it's really, really great. It covers a variety of all different things, which just suits me perfectly because I'm a sole proprietor speaker. working from home as a one-man show. And it helped me create certain systems and just devise how I can work to start attracting business for myself as a business where you don't have a huge storefront or a shop or anything like that. And I have got a lot out of it, and I've started implementing all of the things now. And yeah, it's going to grow. I mean, when I made a few changes already, I've seen benefits from it. So I'm very happy with it. And that's why I'm back again for another one of Frank's courses.
Oh, brilliant. That's, and I'll pay you later on. Thanks, Jason. But again, for the first 10 people to buy a LinkedIn Marketing for Business, you're going to get that one as well. And it consists of quite a lot of stuff over here. You can just see that. I just took a little screenshot. By the way, this is some other great software I'll talk about in one of the other webinars. But there you can see all the things you're going to get: essential equipment, how to use green screen, optimizing stuff. But the biggest thing is you're getting $200 worth of software on that as well. So there you go. So LinkedInMarketingForBusiness.com, you've seen that over there, LinkedIn Marketing for Business, $47. And the first 10 people, I'll see the sales come through. That will get thrown in for you as well. Also, just before we choose our prize winners over here, please connect with me on every one of the channels. It's going to be Frank Furness. So on Facebook, on YouTube, it's called Sales Tips, Pinterest, LinkedIn, because I'm always putting up new posts. I'm going to do one pretty soon on how to use Zoom effectively. I'm going to show you all of the equipment. That's going to be free, but the way you'll see that is the posts are going to be out there. Right, and we've got about 3 minutes to go. So here's all of the future webinars. Please go in and check on those there. So the next one is, well, I've got one this afternoon. If you've got any friends and you've got value out of it, tell them to come on this afternoon's one. On the 12th of May, another one on video and YouTube marketing. Absolutely love that over there. On the 14th, next week, we've got article marketing and blogging. And there's some really cool stuff I do there on how I create something once, I share it everywhere, how I take articles, I repurpose them, how to create great headlines. So again, another good webinar for next week. Please register on that one. And then I'm doing the working from home one again, which is probably my best webinar. That's going to be on the 19th.